is Paul Purcell. I'm on the pension board. This is my third term. I work here in Toronto with Royal Bank in the area of pension investments.
My name is Anne So. I volunteer as chair of the Pension Plan Advisory Committee of the United Church Pension Plan. In my regular day-to-day activities, I'm the Vice President of Actuarial Services and a Plan Actuary for OMERS, the Ontario Municipal Employees Retirement System.
I'm Graham Brownmiller. I'm the member from the Executive of the General Council that serves on the Pension Board.
My name's Deborah Leckman. I'm chair of the Investment Committee, and my real job is that I'm a commissioner at the Ontario Securities Commission.
Hi, my name is Ian Thompson, and I'm a member of the United Church of Canada Pension Board as a plan member, and also bring some expertise having worked in the socially responsible investment industry in the past.
The biggest challenge for the plan, like for most pension plans, is low interest rates. And this area of low interest rates really foreshadows a period of very modest pension fund returns. And pension fund returns are very important to the pension plan. Contributions at any reasonable level are never going to be enough. So this is an issue that the pension board and the investment committee are very focused on.
The other challenge, which is actually has a good news bent to it, is that our plan members are living longer on average. Living longer means that we have to pay a pension for a longer time, which translates to higher liabilities.
The biggest pension challenge we have right now from an investment perspective is that we live in a world of low growth, slow growth, lower for longer. And the good news in all this is the fact that we have a buffer already in the plan. It's a small buffer, which means that the assets are larger than the liabilities or the pension benefit payments that have to be made into the future. And the buffer is really a margin of error in case we lose money on the asset side. This is a conservative fund, and we don't have a high tolerance for a lot of risk or a lot of volatility. What the investment committee is doing right now is we're taking a top-down look at the investment funds and the structure, the asset mix. We're looking at an asset liability study, and we're going to take a look to make sure that the structure and the asset mix is optimal the way it is, or if there's any prudent changes we should be making in the future.
How are we, as an institutional investor with really long-term obligations to plan members, going to respond to a major change like climate change? I think that's going to be one of our biggest challenges, to make sure that we are forward-looking and that we are anticipating the changes that are going to come so that we can deliver on our promise to our members.
As chair of the Pension Plan Advisory Committee, our role is to ensure that the plan remains viable in the long term. That means having contributions which are reasonable and benefits which are adequate.
Because the investment revenue is really what is paying our pensions at the moment. I mean, that represents more than all the contributions we take in, is the revenues that we generate from investment. Having a very sound investment strategy, a diversified portfolio with a solid governance structure so that we're monitoring and keeping our eye on exactly all the investment decisions that are being made. That's what gives me confidence that our pension plan is well managed and will be there when I need it, when I'm ready to retire.
I think people can feel confident that the pension's going to be there for them when they retire. The pension board and the pension staff are focused on making sure that this happens. You know, and that includes making tough decisions like the increase in contributions a couple years ago and the holding off on the pension increases.
My skill set is investments. I've spent 35 years in the investment world, and that's where I can contribute and add value. And so I feel that's probably the best use of my time, and so that's where I like to volunteer my efforts.
Well, I was interested in volunteering my time on the United Church's Pension Board because I know that the Church has been such a positive institutional investor throughout its history. It's done cutting-edge shareholder work, engaging corporations on pressing issues of social justice while delivering on its commitment to plan members. I find that exciting. I want to be involved in an organization that wants to change the world, that wants to provide a dignified retirement for its members, and that really lives up to the values that we espouse as an organization.
Well, first of all, it's not a chore. It really is a pleasure. The other members of the pension board and the pension staff are a great group of committed, engaged people. So the work of the pension board is really quite satisfying. Second, I have this relatively narrow expertise in life in pensions and investments, and I get to share this expertise in a way that supports the people of the church that are out there making a difference in the community.
When I started serving on the General Council Executive, they were looking for a new member. As a younger person in ministry, it really is beneficial for me to understand the plan and to be able to help communicate with other folks what the plan does for them.
I like to use my over 25 years of experience in the pension industry as well as an actuary to help in the providing retirement security and peace of mind to our plan members. And that's very important to me, to give back.
I understand this has been unfortunate for plan members. In the end, it comes down to sustainability and affordability. I think the priority has to be on making sure that everybody gets their base pension benefits. And then if the financial health of the pension plan is strong enough, you could look at doing increases after that. But in this area of low interest rates, making sure that the pension plan is healthy enough is more expensive than ever.
One of the accomplishments that I'm very proud that the Pension Plan Advisory Committee was involved in is the launch of the funding policy. The funding policy is on our website. It's available to all members and employers, and it provides guidelines as to when we can adjust contributions and benefits. So it outlines the financial conditions when the plan is ready to make such adjustments.